Good morning, welcome back to the channel. So we are actually going to the Animal Kingdom today with Kaitlin and Marius today. Obviously we're all back. Come on, Mark, get in there. There we go. Hello. So we're actually waiting on our bus right now. As soon as it gets here, we are desperately in need of coffee. Kaitlin had some of the hotel room coffee and it's not anywhere near as good as something else in the park. So we're gonna be looking for that as soon as we get there, or at least I will be. She says it's drinkable. I didn't even get to look at it because, you know, I slept like a rock and they had to wake me up this morning because I even slept through my alarm apparently, or I just didn't set it. I have no idea. Either way, we are just waiting for the bus to get here, and as soon as it gets here, we are going to have to, you know, deal with all that shenanigans this morning. It's too early for this. We definitely need coffee. So, anyways, it looks like some buses are coming in, and we will figure that out, and we'll see you guys at the park. So we made it to the park and now we're on our way through the gate right now. We got to go through, we've already done the tent checks behind us at the tents, and now we're going to go into the park and go from there. So we are on the way to go ride Pandora. It's one of Marius's favorite rides, so we're doing that because if you guys didn't catch the last video, we're actually here for his birthday, which is this week. And so we're you know, enjoying it, might as well. And so I guess this is one of the most popular rides in this park that we're in right now. So the line is gonna be ridiculously long. So we're gonna hopefully check in and then get some coffee because, you know, we need coffee right now. And we'll keep going from there. You're glowing! I was gonna say my was glowing too.
You too, buddy.
Ooh, ooh. Oh, apparently I'm glowing too. This queue is awesome. I don't like waiting in lines like most people, but this one here is actually pretty cool because there's a lot of stuff to look at as you're walking through. So, I mean, obviously you got the different labs. The detail that they put into this is just awesome. It's like you're looking into a basket. That is so cool. Yeah, that ride was very, very cool. You basically ride the Banshee, they take it out and through all this stuff. It's kind of like, so the ride itself is basically another one of those dome screens like for Soarin', but there is, well, according to Kaitlin, because the chair that I was sitting in didn't have any of the actual special effects attached to it, but apparently it sprays water and stuff like that at you, so that's kind of cool. But very cool ride. Now we're gonna go grab some breakfast and coffee finally, but we're gonna catch you guys in a little bit. So we are currently in line for the Starbucks ride, and they obviously call it Creature Comforts here. or at least this part of the park. So, what are you gonna get?
I don't know yet.
Apparently, none of us know what we want yet, other than we need some caffeine. And then, you know, Mara's super excited over here.
All I know is
he's texting.
there's a really cool cupcake from here and a mug that I want. But as far as the actual drink,
Yeah.
I haven't gone that far yet.
So apparently we're buying some other stuff besides coffee while we're here too. Don't know yet, but we're gonna look at the menu. We're gonna go through their items. You know, just look around because why not? So we're gonna do that, and then it's too bad you guys couldn't be here with us. Although who knows, with how many people are here today, you very well could be here with us today. I don't know. Drop it in the comments. We're inside of the Starbucks right now. This is obviously a lot different than what everybody's used to. So definitely very cool, very, very cool. And obviously they've got some of the other stuff here. Very cool. Happy birthday in a couple of days.
And we're doing a collaboration with
Cha-cha!
what's the name of your channel? Wait. SylviaSilverBulletCamaro.
That's it.
Car Club.
Well, kind of.
SSBC.
Yeah.
Garage. It's linked down below, guys. Just comment down below. What are we drinking today? Are we
Quad
making
shot Campana with raspberry. It's just
With raspberry,
whipped
huh?
cream, extra, and some
Wow.
sugar.
I was gonna say that does look a little extra. Look at that.
I too have chosen to be extra. I got a white chocolate mocha with raspberry.
Wow.
And we have our Star Wars mugs because Disney. And we have this little delight. I have
Look at
no
that.
idea
Look
what
at it.
flavor this is. It's a honeybee cupcake. It's highly Instagrammable. And we're going to open it up and find out what it tastes like.
Of course, I just ended up with the oat milk shake and espresso, and for some reason it wasn't, you know, shaking all the way. But I'm gonna drink a little bit, so I'm not making a mess because I don't want to be making messes right now. And then we obviously got our water to go, and these are actually very impressive. So, and actually now I think about it, I did steal one of your cups.
Are you dead?
Yeah, because I took my sticker off the bottom. I should have just left it that way, but that's okay.
It's okay.
Anyways, we're gonna have our coffee and then get going. That's the tree of life right there. Got all the different like carvings around the tree, completely different from every side. Very cool. Very, very cool. Of course he does. Duh. I was gonna say we all can.
Yeah, buddy.
You get them all?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
What's the name of this one again?
This is called Expedition Everest.
It's a boat ride.
And so our goal as expeditioners is to try and find the Yeti that, you know, Sasquatch, the Yeti. It is not actually Everest, even though it's called Expedition Everest. The mountain is Mount Kilimanjaro.
Ah, okay.
Facts. Look it up, people. Look it up.
Now we're just trying to get through the line. They said it was like a 10-15 minute wait, so it's not too bad, but we're starting to get warm, which, you know, it's humid warm, not dry warm, which I'm okay with, but I'm definitely not moving here. Anyways, we'll catch you later. So we are doing a return back to the Avatar ride, and all I can say is I am glad that we came this morning. The lines are horrendous right now. I mean, they've got a posted 65-minute wait time, and that's not bad for this ride, but still, it's a lot of line, but lots and lots and lots and lots of people. But that's okay. We're gonna get back on. We'll catch you guys after. There's a VIP entrance right here when we are doing basically the fast pass lane. There's no one else here. That is so cool. So cool. Look at that. Can you say walk up? Look at that.
Can everyone see me?
Yes. No.
Great. Welcome to the Avatar program. Soon, you're going to have a chance to undertake an amazing Navi rite of passage, flying on the back of this powerful animal called an Ikran, or as we call it, a Banshee. The way you're going to do this is by being matched to something called an avatar. They're created by blending human DNA and Navi DNA. Once we match you to an avatar, thanks to a special link chair, your mind will be able to control that avatar. Using avatars to fly this way was all figured out by my boss, Dr. Jackie Ogden. She leads our science team, which is part of the Pandora Conservation Initiative, and we're here in the Valley of Moara studying banshees and their environment. Let's watch this piece by Dr. Ogden, who runs the program.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Jackie Ogden from the Pandora Conservation Initiative. You're about to experience a ceremony that's very special to the Navi. Connecting to an Ikran and flying on its back is an incredibly important rite of passage they call Ikni Maya. With permission from the Navi and in partnership with Alpha Centauri Expeditions, we can now bring this amazing experience to you.
We establish a link using powerful psionic amplification equipment. A human driver is connected to an avatar, which could be physically hundreds of kilometers away. When you follow our technician into the link chamber, you'll see a series of 16 link chairs. Please go to the number that matches the number you're standing on now. First, stow your gear in the storage containers on the back wall. This should include all bags, cameras, and other items, including cell phones. It's important to push them all the way into the bin. Then get onto the chair as you would a bike. Straddle the seat, step forward, and sit down. Slide your hips forward until you are against the chest pad, and then move your feet all the way forward. Wait until you're seated before you put on your flight visors. Hold on to the hand grips as shown. It's important to hold on to the hand grips at all times. After you're seated, back and leg restraints will be firmly engaged. For your safety, throughout this entire experience, always remain seated and supervise your children.
Once the link takes place, you'll be connected to your avatar and sitting on the back of an Ikran. It'll feel like you're really there. Moments later, you'll begin your flight. A Navi guide will lead you out. You'll experience the breathtaking beauty of Pandora, but you might also face some of its greatest challenges. Some of this flight might be intense, but trust your guide and be brave. As the Navi say during this important rite of passage, Siva Ko, rise to the challenge. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, you ready? Let's get you into the link chamber.
Traveling travelers, you are about to be restrained at a height above the ground and the floor will move. If you have a fear of heights, cannot remain seated for about 4.5 minutes, or are prone to motion sickness, please let me know and you can opt out.
Going on a boat ride, boat ride, boat ride. Going on a boat ride, here we go.
Now over your nose and mouth for the entire safari and hold on to anything you don't want to lose. If it falls out of the truck, we will not be able to stop to get it. So we're going to start our adventure today in the Yeturi Forest. The animals that live here, they're shy and reclusive, known for blending in with their surroundings. Now the okapis have those black and white striped legs, kind of looks like they resemble a zebra. And then the reddish colored antelopes back there, those are the bongos. The bongos are known as the ghosts of the forest. They're very good at hiding, very rarely seen. So really cool that we get to see them pretty up close like this. But over on the left here, we do have a black rhino. Now they are a smaller species of rhino. They weigh about 3,000 pounds each. They're also a solitary species of rhino, so they do like to spend a lot of their time alone like this. Now over on the left, all those grayish white birds kind of swimming around all over the island. These are the pink-backed pelicans. They do get their name because during mating season, they'll turn a pinkish color. A group of them together is called a pod, and pods of pink-backed pelicans are usually made up of about 5 to 500 pairs. They are really social birds and like to hang out in really big groups like that together. If you look up, the canopy of this truck is about 9 feet wide, so that's how wide those birds can spread their wings. It's pretty cool. All right, over on the left, we do have the Nile crocodiles. Now the Nile crocodiles are ectothermic, which means they cannot create their own body heat. So to warm themselves up, they'll lay in the sun. All right, coming up on the right side, there's gonna be a really big tree. It's called a baobab tree. Sometimes it's nicknamed the upside down tree because 9 months out of the year it'll look the way it does right now with no leaves. So the bare branches on top kind of look like the roots, and that's because the tree is really good at preserving its water. The water can be found in the large trunk that it has, and that way animals out in the savannah, if they get thirsty, they can find these trees, poke holes in the trunk, and drink the water right out of them, which is why the tree is also known as the Tree of Life, and it does mark our entry into the beautiful savannah here. Alright, so the first animals here on our right, these are the Hartmann's mountain zebras. Now these zebras, they do come from mountainous regions of Africa. And they have smaller hooves than other zebras, that way they can easily maneuver through the rocky terrain of those mountains. Now a group of zebras together like this is called a dazzle, and we can tell the color of a zebra based on the color of their nose. So if these ones you notice, they do have black noses, which means they are black with white stripes. Whereas if you found a zebra with a pink nose, it means they are white with black stripes. Now also on the left, there are some African painted dogs laying down there. They're kind of like next to the rocks. Now I think they look super cute and cuddly, but they're actually the #1 predator out here on the savannah. They have such a high success rate because they are family-oriented animals. They love to do everything together, including hunting. When they wake up in the morning, they don't start their day until every single one has said hello to all of the other ones, which for being the fiercest predators, I still think it's really sweet that they do that. Alright, and there's going to be some on both sides of us here. These are the Ankole cattle. They are one of the domesticated species that we have here on the reserve. They're domesticated in Africa by the Watusi tribe. So if you've ever heard of the Watusi cattle, it's the same animal, just different names. Now the reason they are domesticated is they're used as a form of currency. So the more Ankole cattle you have, the wealthier you are. Now they have those massive horns on their heads that look like they'd be pretty heavy, but compared to the rest of their body, those horns are pretty light at only about 30 to 35 pounds. The inside of their horns is a honeycomb structure of blood vessels, and it's what regulates their body temperature and keeps them nice and cool. Oh, on the right, all the way out in the distance, there is an African elephant out there, if you can kind of see it all the way in the back. Now the African elephants, both the males and the females, they do have those ivory tusks, so the way we kind of tell them apart is if they're alone or together. If we find the elephants alone, it's usually the males. Once they reach a mature age in the wild, they do go out on their own, although sometimes they'll find other male elephants and form bachelor herds together. But coming up on the left here, we do have the greater flamingos. Now a group of them together like this is called a flamboyant. If you notice any grayish colored ones, they were hatched almost a year ago now, so they're getting really big, but they are born gray. They don't start to turn pink until about a year of their life, after they've eaten enough of their diet of brine shrimp. The brine shrimp has beta-carotene in it, which is what turns them pink, but because they are the largest species of flamingo, they are the lightest in color, just because that pink pigment from the shrimp has a lot more body area that it has to take up, so they tend to be very pale compared to smaller species of flamingo who tend to be a brighter pink. Alright, over on the left, we're going to get an amazing view of these white rhinos here. Now the white rhinos, they are a larger species of rhino. They weigh about 4,000 to 5,000 pounds each. They're also a social species of rhinos, so they love hanging out in groups together. Now, when rhinos are in a group like this, it's called a crash, which definitely makes sense as they charge at speeds of about 35 miles an hour, and they don't have the best vision. They often can't see very far ahead of them, so they will just crash right into things. But you might also notice that they're not actually white. They do get their name from a mistranslation of the Afrikaans language. They were called the white rhino, which translates to wide because they have really wide mouths to help them easily graze along the ground in the savannah. So it looks like on the right, we're gonna get another look at some ostriches there. Now, a really interesting thing about the ostrich is out of all the animals here on our reserve, the ostrich has the biggest eyes. So their eyes are bigger than the elephants, the rhinos, the giraffes.
So we are back. We're actually leaving the hotel yet again. Obviously, we've changed. And we are different mask and everything else. So I will say, in comparison to Arizona, the heat here is a little different. But I can confirm one thing. They both suck. We don't like it. We are on our way over to Disney Springs right now. We're gonna do some shopping and some eating and some more shopping because we want to. So why not? Mars over here. We got the Kaitlin over her. And we got everybody else back there. So we are going to go get in our line for the buses to head over there. We're going to where for dinner?
The boat.
The boathouse for dinner.
Give me some seafood.
We're gonna have some seafood.
Yeah.
We're all excited for the seafood because we like seafood, because why not? But anyways, we'll catch you guys over there.